Hi, this is Hadley and from PPM Solar, and I'm here with Liz Stubbs here in McAlpin, Florida. And Liz, you recently added solar to your wonderful home, which you're standing in front of here, and you have the solar array up there. Could you tell me, though, what is it that motivated you to even consider solar?
So when I moved here, I learned quickly from my neighbors that I would need backup power. Because we live in the country, power is not always consistent, and certainly when the big storms come, we can be without power for days. And so I went down the road of investigating recommendations about Generac and propane and, full home generator system. And I considered that, but it didn't feel as harmonious to me as the concept of solar always has felt. And certainly being in Florida, why not optimize nature's energy? So I reached out to do a little research on that and learned that I was in a good setup here for solar, and I am so happy with the choice.
Okay, I gotcha. And you've had this, I think, turned on for a couple of months now.
Yeah.
I mean, it's very new for you. Have you had any changes in just your attitude about electricity and the use of electricity? I have found that people do that, and that's why I'm curious to know. Has that changed anything in you?
So you may laugh. I'm sure you hear this, but the app that comes with the system that shows you what you're using and how much solar you're generating once the sun has risen. When I first was connected up to that app, I was like, okay, I can't do anything that requires power until the sun comes up because I want to make sure that I'm using from the sun.
Gotcha.
But
Right.
my attitude towards using power has always been to be thoughtful about efficiency and to optimize that efficiency. So I do appreciate sort of being on nature's time. I always have sort of risen early with the sun and kind of gone to bed when the wild things do. But I am more cognizant of, I'm fascinated to learn that, for example, I think these are bifacial. I think that's the term.
Could be. I don't know. Yes.
They are.
All right. Mm-hmm.
And so even when there's ambient light, I can still be getting, because it reflects off the white of the
That's correct.
roof,
Mm-hmm.
I can still be getting power. So I'm learning so much.
Mm-hmm.
It's fascinating.
Yes, so those are really good panels actually to be putting up here with that roof that you have. That's correct. All right, so you've had it for a couple of months going on now, and you've already decided to add batteries
Yes.
to your system. So what motivated that decision?
So I had, from the get-go, I had wanted a system that would, A, allow me to use the power of the sun on a daily basis, but B, provide backup when storms come through or when we're without power or, extended rainy days. I wanted to be able to have air flowing or make coffee, right? And certainly this year we got hit with a very unexpected, what my neighbors are calling 100-year storm. I don't have any other point of reference for it, but we were without power for well over a week here. And I wanted to explore the possibility of having a reserve of power so that I would not have to be reliant on backup generators. Certainly I don't have a whole home generator, didn't go that route, but I wanted to have something that could tide me over a bit more or provide me a little bit more of a boost than portable generators were doing.
And to have an autonomous type of system.
Yes.
Yes, exactly. And then because of the way batteries work and stuff, as you and I were talking about earlier, you'll be able to use that power in the evening and things. So this
Yeah.
is going to change even the dynamics of your electricity bill, if you will, and your relationship with the utility company, because
Right.
you are net metered, and so you are going to be eventually down to a net zero here. I can really kind of sense that coming in your system here.
That would be spectacular.
So you investigated going solar, and so what did you do in investigating that?
So I did a lot of research online. I read about companies in Florida who do offer solar and are highly rated, and read the pros and cons and read a lot of customer reviews. And I did do an initial interview with a company out of Jacksonville, and while they offered a system that I think was a comparable size and cost to PPM Solar. I had a very negative experience with their willingness to answer questions, willingness to do follow-up. Their customer relation was not of the caliber that I wanted to engage in or support financially. And so my next outreach was to PPM Solar, and I have to say, you guys have answered all my questions, and I've had a lot of them because I'm a curious person who likes to understand, and it's a bit of a learning curve with solar. So you guys have been amazing, and I appreciate all your great spirit in helping educate as we go through the process.
Well, thank you so very much. I do appreciate that. And so I'm assuming that if you knew somebody going solar, you would recommend them.
Absolutely. 5 stars.
Okay.